a little red dot swimming in a sea of stars. Got the whole damn verse spinning around you with open arms. It's a race against time that plunges you deep into the black. What are you gonna do when the void stares back? You'll never stop the revolution. Time to begin your evolution. Take a leap of faith. You gotta break the illusion. You gotta make your own solution. Take a leap of faith. The future's just a void, jump away.
Greetings and welcome to Channel Other Doc. I'm Jim. I use he/him pronouns, and this is, strangely enough, our Dark Matter campaign, Ghosts of Saltmaw, happening on a special night because the Twitch servers decided it was not going to happen on Sunday night, so we're doing it now. I'm playing Cole Hayden, human gunslinger, everything is in chaos. I'm going to be reassembling something on my desk while we're all talking about various things, and people are sending millions of messages to me for other stuff, but no worries. All is well, for we are here, and you are here, and we are pleased. Let us go around and say hi to everyone, find out who they are and who they're playing, and we shall start with Anino. Hello.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Anino, and I play Rekmara, the Aviara Druid. I use he/him pronouns.
Excellent, excellent. And now let us go down to Cazimi. Hello.
Unmute. I'm Cazimi. I use she/her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Clangspell Nunu Fritz Holtzbottom Thunderstruck, the space gnome who uses they/them pronouns.
Thank you very much for the Subsphinx. I appreciate it. Very cool, very cool. Awesome, excellent. And now let us head over to May.
Hi everybody, my name is May. I am playing Lasness Chain Tower, a Star Dwarf Paladin, and we both use the pronouns she, her.
Awesome. Hello, May. I didn't say hello. Hello.
Hey
I say hello to everyone. That's the point. It's branding, damn it. And let us go over. Everyone must know that they are greeted and welcome. No, don't let them see the wires, Jim. Don't let them. Wait, what? Okay. Hi. Sorry. It's a bit of a chaotic evening. Hi, Mem.
Hi, Jim. Hi, everyone. I'm Mem. Tonight I am playing Narita Galeen, the Nautilid Witch, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Excellent. And finally, we will now toss things over to our illustrious station master, Alyssa. Hello.
Hi. Thanks for rearranging your schedule so we could make this happen.
Yeah. Sadly, Masks is on hiatus right now, so we're it was open.
Convenient. So yes, hello. Thank you for playing. Thank you everybody for watching. My name is Alyssa at Origami Shuriken. I use she, her pronouns, and I play everybody else. So, with all the other games on this channel, we'll be using the X card, the N card, and the O card. If at any point we are hitting a subject that crosses the line for anyone, they can type an X into the Zoom chat, make an X symbol, we'll stop, rewind, a dash a retcon, and it never happened. If we are kind of towing the line and it's okay to have that subject in the game, but we don't need a graphic description, that's where the N comes into play. We'll cut to black, pan to one of my infamous fake fireplaces, and move on. You're welcome. And if at any point we are pouring on the drama and it looks like things are getting really intense and we want to check in, that's when the O comes in. You can proactively type the O in if you know you're just overacting. And if you want to check in with anybody, if I want to check in with you, that's where the O with the question mark comes in, and then you can just respond accordingly. So, with that out of the way, previously on Ghost of Saltmaw, as the party rose from a long rest, Narita followed a trail of crumpled paper to the galley where she discovered her Wizmo familiar Ted had been drawing spiders on the walls with crayon. She tried to teach him how to clean up after himself, but while he learned to copy the motion very quickly, he was rather less than effective at actually taking any of the colored wax off. While Narita scoured the ship herself, Fritz sent Lasnus to the Spacers Guild to do some recon, while they went to scour the archives for more information on Councilman Gellin Primewater, who was suspected to be one of the previous owners of the Space Ghost. Accompanied by amoeboid gadgeteer Epsilon, Fritz learned that of a one-time rivalry between the councilman and another merchant prince named Obred Dralion, who had gambled his fortune on a voyage to the galactic frontier, only for the ship to be blown off course and lost in space, leading to Gellin's rocketing rise to the council. Lasnus, on the other hand, got so caught up in acting natural at the Guildhall cafeteria that she was unable to learn much more than Fritz already knew. She was making small talk with some spacers known as Gavesha and Juice. And while she was doing that, Rekmara made a quick trip to the general store to purchase a 4-pack of Duraspell batteries for his pet Thwirl Zed. On his way back, he spied his mentor, an elven archdruid named Sanev Patel, who happened to be passing through Saltmaw on their ongoing search for the mysterious obelisk, which their order believes to be responsible for the evolution of all intelligent life in the galaxy. Rekmara expressed some discontent with his transient lifestyle, and Sanev suggested he visit a station near the halfling homeworld of Hearthmond, where spacefaring druids sometimes commune. Meanwhile, having left Lee's company after the cliffhanger ending to their simulated skydiving adventure and spent the night in his own quarters, Cole decided it was time for some social distancing and went out to look for his next job. After swiping left through the Lachey Garrison's recruitment ads, he settled on a quest to retrieve some rare wood for a gnome carpenter at the Craftspeople's Guild, the branch of a tree used to hang a murderer. Returning to the Space Ghost at long last, he presented the mission to the group, who agreed to back him up, and the party began their descent toward Fort Brackish on the planet Lachey. And that's where we pick up.
Cool.
So, as Lasnus guides your spacecraft down to the spaceport, what is everybody doing?
I think
tell
it's
you what-
likely.
I
Go
can
ahead.
tell you what Ted is doing.
Yeah.
Ted is drawing hearts on egg cartons.
He's so wonderful.
Good use of time.
It's likely that Fritz has been on the subspace communicator to the port as we've been flying in, just to A, let them know that the Space Ghost is coming in and try to get clearance, relay that information to Lasnus, and then B, see about figuring out what frequencies most of the general chatter information are on, to listen in.
Okay. It's easy enough to get clearance because your vessel is still registered as a merchant ship. They don't really think much of it. There's on the planet side comm channels. There's all kinds of advertising and general chatter. There's ads for the latest flavor of Tropicrash, to the pending approval of a new alternative to roach use, and the engagement of a Thrycreen hologlam model named Laguna Matata, who is planning to marry intergalactic sports ball star Chonkarunk. Hashtag soulmates, hashtag OTP, hashtag LaChonk. Laguna Matata is famous for having the best selfies because she has 4 arms.
Where are you getting all this from?
That beautiful brain.
That's glorious. That's glorious.
I'm nominating Alyssa as Employee of the Month.
Yes, agreed. I agree.
Hey, Narita, when we take off again, can I show you that really cool loop-de-loop I was telling you about on the way down? I think I can get it right this time.
Sure.
Yes!
Wait, no. It just occurred
Too
to me
late!
that loop-de-loop means the ship.
Oh dear. I didn't think I was going to be staying on the planet, but perhaps.
We all may be crash landing and staying on the planet.
It's fair. I'm just going to be going back, looking over the information on the different sites, and just trying to figure out what might be a good strategy.
Okay.
Also, Jim has forgotten everything about the sites, so...
Okay.
Mem as well.
All right. So your as far as areas of like wooded areas near Fort Brackish, there is the Drowned Forest, the Hool's Marsh, which is mostly swampy area adjacent to the Drowned Forest, and the Dreadwood, which is a little bit further southeast, I think. I need to find the map though.
I recall some very vague discussion about trying to avoid the drowned forest and the marsh simply because of the amount of damp we have been through recently.
Yes.
And then perhaps thinking about the wooded area nearer to the fort first, rather than trekking all the way out to the Dreadwood.
They're kind of equidistant from the city. They're both a little bit northwards outside of town. And if you go like directly north of Fort Brackish, there's also a smaller town called Burl next to a small forest called the Silver Stand. But you could also certainly, while you're in Fort Brackish, ask around and see if anybody knows any local folklore about hangings or anything like that.
I think that's a good first step, as well as checking on, what kind of travel to this other location. I don't envision schlepping around on foot very far. So I think Fritz is going to be looking for what kinds of modes of transportation we might have outside of town, what might be available. If other people want to be looking around about fairy tales or whatever.
Okay. Sure. Um,
What are the local people like?
they are, the majority of them are human with the Likshay garrison because the city kind of grew up around the military outpost that the inhabitants of which were stranded here during the Rift War when the big arcane warhead went off and created the dead magic zone. The human population was kind of stranded on two sides of the rift. So you have Likshay on this side, which was heavily fortified against the Orcish war zone. And then the rest of the human alliance on the other side, closer to the elves. So it's mostly human on Likshay. There are also some lizard folk and elves, some dwarves because of the ice mining operations and stuff around Saltmaw. And there are actually some sentient plant creatures and fae in the forests that are native to the planet.
That sounds like a great time.
As far as ground transportation, you have the option of either taking your shuttle from place to place, or there are places where you can rent speeder bikes and things like
How about a
that.
space bus? Or a landside bus?
There are probably buses and stuff as well.
I think Fritz would be on the lookout for something that required a little bit of help to get running, if you know what I mean.
Okay. You want a fixer-upper?
A fixer-upper. Give me something to do while these guys are diddling around trying to figure out which dead tree we're going to go after.
Sure. You can probably rent a vehicle. Near the spaceport, there is a place called Hippogriffs, which is a rental place.
Check that out.
And what size of a vehicle are you looking for?
Looking for something that can carry at least 5 passengers and either roof space or rear space or trailering space for hauling back however much brush these guys decide to carry along. Okay. Plus whatever creatures might end up coming along with us too. We seem to be collecting animals as we go along. So.
Yeah. You can...
Needs to be like a Narita-sized vehicle.
Oh yeah, I do have to kind of keep in mind the fact that most of my group is at least twice as large as I am, if not more. So I do make this point when I'm talking to the rental folk. It's like when we're talking 6 people, we're talking like 12 me's. So.
So you can find like a van and like a little like U-Haul to tow behind it.
Sounds good. I'll make sure it's in good working order. Maybe do something about the power, make it a little more fun to drive. Yeah,
Mm,
more power. Exactly.
okay.
I saw that.
Let's soup up this hover van.
Hey, what's the fun of having a
Why
van if you
not?
can't, like,
Why not?
pump it up a little bit here? Never know when you're going to get into a van race. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
The van, the interior, there's a little like air freshener, and it kind of smells like apple cinnamon
Yeah, I
and
can see where this is going.
incense.
Yep. We can work with it. All right.
Right. So meanwhile, while Fritz is securing transportation, what's everybody else up to?
I guess we're heading to. As we have to find out. We have to go to the fort to find out. I would think about the if there have been any hangings.
You could ask the fort. You would know, like, hanging is not the typical method of execution.
Yeah.
The garrison does employ the death penalty on occasion for very serious crime, but they usually have more efficient methods.
Yeah.
And more advanced. But it is kind of a frontier city, so things do happen.
Yeah.
Whether or not anybody would say so on record is another question. But you could scout out the local hive of scum and villainy if you wish.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, they haven't. I haven't failed at this one yet.
Don't you have a book on those?
Here in a while.
I do actually.
Yeah,
I have
Would you
a
like-
book called Grog Hovels,
Would you
and
like to
I also
consult
have a
Grog
feature
Hovels?
called Watcher's Eye, a class feature that allows me to easily find the either the local outpost of the watch and just as easily pick out the dens of criminal activity in a community.
Indeed.
Can you talk to them without them knowing?
So
You
that's
might
an
be able to.
interesting
Lasmus is
question.
another question.
There's a chance.
You can find them. Can you
I
reel
can
them
find them. I can find them, and then I can talk to them very, very roughly. And it's hard to know whether or not they will think that I. They probably will not come away thinking I am one of them, but one never knows. I do have. I have a little ability with persuasion, although it's not trained in any way. The way that Cole is used to negotiating with criminals, or is trained to negotiate with criminals, is more of the do this or I won't bash your face in type thing. So it's...
We may need to work a little bit together on improving powers of persuasion without violence.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, it's just was sort of looked at as sort of a little violence up front to get the other violence out of the way, and we keep it from happening.
Lasnus looks at Ratmara and asks him, well, how do you do with getting information out of crooks? That's not really something we did a lot in the Matriarch Guard or the Star Scouts.
I don't.
How dare you assume that he associates with such filth?
Oh, no, I wasn't trying to make any kind of assumption like that. I just figured we should start, trying to figure out what everybody's strengths and weaknesses are. Like me, the ace pilot, that's going to do the most amazing loop-de-loop when we leave here.
Wait, what?
That was the compromise.
She's gonna do that before we get on, or do we have to be actually on board when this happens?
Don't you want to see it from inside?
I mean, it'll be a much better view from the ground.
You might
Probably.
see it from the ground too.
That's fair.
I got us here safely, didn't I?
We were on autopilot.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. Good talk. Good talk. Okay.
Okay, so Cole, you would know from your previous experience on the planet, however little you tried to be here, and also you can confirm in Grog Hovels, there is an area, a disreputable area of the Port District, fallen into decay and corruption, and there is a tavern known as the Hungry Net.
Yeah. I kind of know where the neighborhood is. There's also the Hungry Net. We can always check in there.
The Hungry Net is kind of nestled right up in the skies, so that's probably where you want to go.
Yeah.
For rumors and tall tales and
The last I was here, their beer was decent. But don't go for the hard stuff here, because unless you want to take a nice long nap. We'll do that. This they now do.
all right, so you head to the skies.
This is, what are you saying? The styes? Is that?
Styes. Mm-hmm.
Can you spell that?
Styes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, kind of like exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's like the
Yes.
plural of sty, one would expect.
Yes.
There are multiple styes.
Yes.
In which to house many a boar.
So you head to the styes, and you lead the party to the Hungry Net. Do you all go in as a group, or do you sort of like loiter?
I'm torn between just asking, between going in ahead and just quietly, or letting Lasnus go in first, so that that can be the distraction.
Wait a minute. Why are we calling this Operation Stalking Horse?
Bubble.
Yeah, I know. I was saying, yeah. Let just give me a second, folks. Let me see if I can just find somebody real quick, and then just come in after a minute if you folks wouldn't mind.
If
Okay,
it
so-
helps. The townsfolk do seem to be in rather a festive mood now that lost shipments have been returned, and they seem to have had a good catch from the ocean today, since you're right on the coast.
Oh, that is good. Yeah.
So people may be a little more loose-tongued.
Yeah. Also, the fish here is really good. I should point that out. Anyway.
Yeah, get good fish and chips.
I am going to go inside.
Okay.
We will awkwardly loiter outside.
Good to know. All right. So the tavern is partially supported by stilts driven into the harbor, and the owner, much like the owner of the disreputable nightclub up on the space station, who will send you out in airlock if you cause trouble. The owner, if you get too drunk and too rowdy, will just toss you into the drink.
Okay.
The salty drink, not the brewery.
That's an extra flavor of vodka we've never experienced before.
So it's already rather rowdy inside, and so you're able to make your way inside without drawing too much attention to yourself. And
Amazed.
the barkeep's name is Burke.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where I wrote down the money that I may or may not have for the purpose of bribing people. Oh, I have currency. Okay, this is good.
Yes, you should have quite a bit of currency.
I have a decent amount. So just for how much is a drink here? Just roughly for the sake of knowing what denomination of coins to put down for the purposes of bribing information away from people. Or
so
number of credits.
For 1 pint of ale, it'll be about 4 credits.
Okay.
If you want like a whole gallon jug to take on the road, it'll be probably more like 20.
All right, that's cool. So I'll just try to. I'll go up to the bar, and just kind of nod and say, just kind of look, and I'll take out whatever credit stick or whatever it is that I may have to hold it in that fashion, as though to indicate. I should like I should like perhaps additional services in a moment.
Okay.
And we'll just sort of say, if I can get an ale, and I was actually kind of wanting to just find out about something. If you folks have heard anything about it, maybe.
Sure. Like touristy something, or
Yeah, kind of.
business?
Well, no, I'll be professional here, as I'll say. It's that's I'm just it's got a little bit of a job to check something out. Apparently there's we're wondering if there's anywhere around in any of these sort of zones where you might have heard of there's if there have been any hangings that have happened.
Oh,
Yeah, not interested in the people, actually, just interested in the site.
okay. Yeah. We got. You're probably thinking of the story about the mutiny aboard the Red Brawler. original captain and all those who were loyal to him, they say, were rounded up and thrown out the airlock. And then when the garrison shot the brawler down, the surviving mutineer was chased into the drowned forest. Only by the time they caught up with him, the forest had already done their job for them. They found him hanged in a tree.
Oh, wow. Okay. Any idea kind of whereabouts?
Well, they say you'll know it when you see it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Just, yeah. Oh, so it's like porn then. Okay, yeah. All right. Excellent. All right, yeah, thanks. And I'll give him 15 credits, basically, for
Sure.
basically that and the drink.
And he will give you your ale.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that we've successfully narrowed it down to one of the three, so that helps.
There you go. So last, you have to go back into the swamp.
Unfortunately, that is true. That is true. But that at least helps. And I'll kind of, if anyone from outside has been looking, I'm just going to kind of nod that I've kind of, it's just sort of give some sort of thumbs up.
Yeah, there they are, like.
Narita's ready to come in now.
Lastus looks at
You can go
Narita
in and get a drink if you want.
Wait, is that the signal that everything's okay, or that we have to come in and start fighting?
We'll go to figure it out.
Make an insight check.
Oh my god.
With or
Roll
with
insight
disadvantage or
on
without?
Cole's thumb.
All right.
Oh my god. You won't believe it. A natty 20.
Me too.
Cole?
They have a clue.
We have a clue.
What is the nature of the signal you are attempting to give them?
The signal is, it's okay. I have found out what I needed to find out.
That is usually the human signal for it's all good.
It's all good.
Okay.
Oh. She looks at.
Oh, go ahead.
She's just gonna go. Humans.
Is it a little obscene and dwarvish?
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
He bites his thumb in your general direction.
And Narita was really looking forward to kind of having more interactions within a sort of questionable arena. So she's a little disappointed, but then she decides,
You
to hell.
still can. You can
I
still
mean, yeah, you
get a
can-
drink
We're
before you take off.
Yeah,
We're
you can
going
come-
in. So
You can come, he's going to finish his drink, so,
Yeah.
you figure you can come
Cole,
in and...
Cole does not appear to be in a large hurry.
Yeah.
He is, he's quite a ways away from the thing that was bothering him.
she sort of saunters in as best a giant Nautilus can saunter in a suit. Saunters in up to the bar. Slaps the bar top. I'm here for an ale and a tail, my good sir.
Yeah, it seems to be a day for tales.
sort of shake my head slowly.
Any interesting local news?
Interesting local news. Give me a moment to scroll to the Dockside Rumors list.
I think... Does Merc have like a sort of wall-mounted iPad or something that they go over to and scroll down looking at the local news?
What kind of news would you like?
Okay, all right. Ma'am, if you would roll me a D10.
Yeah, I don't have the D10 out.
20 and divide it in half.
We'll do that. 6.
All right. The barkeeper says, well, a couple of fishing boats have gone missing lately. If the sea devils ain't behind it, I'm a merman.
Fishing boats gone missing. Interesting. Anywhere in particular? We need more aquatic adventures, friends.
We're never getting off this planet.
Does the Sea Ghost have a space dryer or something?
Sea ghost?
The
Space
space
ghost.
ghost? The sea
As a sea
ghost.
dryer, yeah.
See, the problem is there is a boat in the marina called the Sea Ghost.
Oh my god.
So...
Oh no.
We're just gonna hop in the wrong ship. Is what's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
happen.
what's gonna happen probably. This is where we switch over to spelljamming vessels. We're going to take a tremendous hit in technology for some reason.
Yes, for some reason. There doesn't seem to be any like particular area on the coast where it happens, but just some folks went out on their rounds with their nets and never came back.
So what you're saying is there's a giant sea creature eating all the fisher peoples? Got it.
Maybe.
Sort of looks over at Cole and nods.
Some people think it's the spirit of the siren that's trapped in the standing stones on the island out there.
Oh. Calling them to their deaths.
But, it's just superstition, right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Those ladies of the sea really tugging at people's heartstrings and making them feel things.
Just turn shoulder, keep drinking. Cole is suddenly very interested in his ale.
Very interested. Did you get ale, or is that a tequila worm in the bottom of your glass?
He ordered ale.
You got ale.
You ordered it.
You got ale. That's what you ordered. But the bartender notices the pointed look between you and the mermaid, and he passes you a shot glass, just sort of surreptitiously.
Making friends.
We'll study it. Considering.
That's what we need more of. More.
Don't worry, it's not one of them shrimp cocktails like that halfling girl up on the space station makes.
Oh, cheers. Sort of immediately.
So I've just realized Narita's in the suit. Not 100% sure how she drinks this ale. Gonna have a little straw thing that comes out. In the suit.
Like Oceanus did and just like cycle the water down below your chin.
Oh,
I like the idea of like a really long straw coming out somewhere, like a sleeve, and it goes in the drink, and then she has a little straw built in.
I can see that.
Yep.
And just
Sure. A little crazy straw.
just inside the helmet.
What color you want? Green, blue, teal?
I'm fond of teal, so it's gonna be teal. It's gonna be a little teal straw just kind of pokes out.
Alright, yeah. Gets you a teal crazy straw.
So just awkwardly like hand over drink with a little straw attachment and at the bar.
Alright.
I'm not embarrassing at all.
Meanwhile, out on the boulevard, what is everybody else up to?
Oh, well, once Fritz manages to get the ride up and running and sounding really good and drop the muffler off and makes that nice rumble through town noise,
Oh yeah.
I'll drive in circles to try to figure out where the guys went. So I'm going to be like driving up and looking in windows.
Cole, did you tell the rest of the party where you were going?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Fritz probably just walked off before actually checking in with anybody about where you guys were going. So,
well, you can probably, Fred. I'm pretty sure you could use your comms to locate the rest of your party.
I'd probably make at least one circuit in the local area before I thought to actually like call somebody.
Right, okay. Oh, well, you want me to tell you what you see in the local area?
Sure, since I'm doing the local tour.
Sure. So you leave it from hippogriffs, and there is there's a trade center called with like a banner for the faithful quartermasters of Ayuz.
Okay.
And
you know where to buy stuff.
Is there's the Temple of Prokin, which is the sailor of sea and sky, a tempest deity. There is there's a tourist center advertising the Leap, the original one. There's the Eat Street and Shopping District, with a rather well-known restaurant run by a family of brightly scaled lizard folk known as the Full Menu Alchemists. There's the Sea Grove of Loris. There's signage pointing down to it, outside of town in one of the nicer areas, and then there's the Styes. And you can tell just by looking at it, there's the fish packing plants, and it's a little more run down and seedy looking, and that's where Cole usually tends to gravitate.
We'll roll downhill with these guys.
So,
and then I'll pull up the comms and see if I can figure out where they might be.
Yeah. And you all can hear Fritz coming.
Hey, guys, I got us a ride. Oh, and just on the off chance, I made sure to get something with those big aquatic tires, so that if we need to go into swampy area, we kind of have a little bit of little 4-wheeling, 8-wheeling, whatever we've got going on in this thing. Okay.
Oh, great. Okay, looks like it's time to go.
This odd van thing pulls up and is rumbling outside said spot.
Yeah.
All right. Do you feel like you need to acquire any gear for your trip?
I got my gear.
All right.
Are we supposed to bring back the entire tree, or are we just bringing back a branch? Okay, I've forgotten.
Yeah, you should have more than enough room in the little cube thing.
Oh God. Okay, so is there anywhere that sells chainsaws?
We have Lasness.
Yeah, Lasness can turn her rocket hammer into an axe. Or a chainsaw, probably.
Rocket axe. Rocket chainsaw.
Because we'll probably need to make sure we have rope, and and any sort of tree climbing gear we might need, and then
we're going
something
into
to hack
a
off a
swamp.
limb. That's true. We are going into a swamp, so we probably will need to find out if we need to get any what is the word I'm looking for? Antitoxin, that kind of stuff.
Yes. You still, I believe you still have some from the that Lee acquired from your trip to Chiron. So
we can probably use that if it comes down to it. That's good.
See if I kept the post-it note with the.
I still have 3 bottled lightnings and 3 potions of healing I haven't used yet. And still, for some reason, I'm only carrying 1 pair of manacles. I should get more manacles just for the point of the whole bounty hunting thing.
And if you don't, antitoxin's easy enough to acquire. You also have apparently a 24-pack of Crash.
So if we just happen to wander into a forest full of trees with nooses dangling from them, we know we're going to be pulling an all-nighter. Get like helmets, goggles, cutting gear, that sort of stuff. I don't know. Get a bunch of those little buoys with the safety triangles on them.
Some flares. Yeah, so anything. So do you still have antitoxin, or do you need to pick up some?
I personally do not. Does anyone else have antitoxin?
I can lay hands. Which I think can, that can heal wounds, but I think it can also
If you spend 5, you can cure poison or disease.
Right.
How much is antitoxin?
Antitoxin.
Sorry.
I need to look it up. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Well, Lasness eventually does make her way inside the bar, just as a heads up. And she does it in full swagger mode, but she's not very good at it. She does it so confidently.
Make a performance check.
Okay. 9.
That's about right.
It's like I was prophetic.
Amazing.
Oh, you can tell by the way she walks, she doesn't do it well. No.
Antitoxin. 1 vial we can get for 50 credits.
Oh, crap.
Runs you about the
Get
same
poison
as a healing hypo or a flask of alchemist fire.
Dorito will give anybody 25 credits to lay hands instead.
A Star Scout lays hands for free if we had the ability in Star Scouts. But we made the promise in Star Scouts.
Okay, so I'm going to ask if I can trade in or sell 1 or 2 of the bottled lightnings that I am currently carrying somewhere. And then use that toward the purchase of I don't actually have much in the way of credits.
Yes, you can. You could sell a bottle of lightning for 75 credits.
Okay, excellent. So I'm gonna sell 1 of my bottled lightnings, and I will pick up an antitoxin just in case. And I've only got 1, but I figure we have Lasness, so it's...
Yes, who does antitoxin the antitoxer?
Yeah, but it's just in case...
Just in case.
Just in case Lasness gets taken out or something.
In case Lasness is rendered unconscious by poison.
Does Anino do late? It does. Dr. Anino. Rekmara do.
Can do some healing.
He can good berry us.
I have a lot more healing than just good berries.
Yeah. I think he just stuffs good berries in people's mouths to be a troll.
Feeling like Zed. Okay, give me the good one.
But I also cure conditions now. So.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
It doesn't mean I'm going to cast it on you. But, I can't.
Just gotta be nice. It's a good thing I'm not playing an NPC today. I'm already in the doghouse. So, you pick up your antitoxin, got your ride. And you can head toward the drowned forest. The road will take you sort of meanders northwards. You drive through a little suburb called Saltmarsh, and then out of the city into some farmland, and the road will take you straight towards Burl by the silver stand, and then some of the more country roads will take you out westward towards the Hool Marshes and the Drowned Forest.
Narita's like curled up in the back of the van with a little pitcher of to-go ale with her little straw.
All right. So there's not a whole lot of roads through the Drowned Forest, but you do have your aquatic tires, so you can off-road but so you can go through the swamp a little, but once the trees get heavier, you might have to hoof it.
Well, that's a mess. I'm going to make sure wherever we leave the van is reasonably stable, high, dry. It's not going to drift off or be easy to.
There's kind of some there's some dry ground kind of right on the edge where the marsh turns into the woods. You can kind of park on the edge, on the border.
Okay.
If anybody would like to see if they know any history about the area, you can roll a history or a nature check.
Sure, why not? I just need to move my cat first. There.
Or you can ask Cole and see if he's in the chatty mood.
Yeah.
12.
I rolled a 2, so no.
Yeah. You've already tried to chat up Cole.
12 for me.
Fritz is going to try from memory, too.
Mm-hmm.
18 to 20.
Okay. All right. So there the local folklore says that the Drowned Forest is actually the site of an ongoing assault from the abyss, and that years ago a group of cultists dedicated to Saltmaw, the demon queen of fungus, shambled into the forest, having succumbed to fungal spores that made them into thralls of the demon queen, and broke a decanter of endless water that tapped into the seas of the abyss, which caused the marsh to expand into the forest.
Hence the Drowned Forest.
Yes.
Nice story. More cultists.
Yeah, there are rumors that sometimes abyssal portals will still open up in the forest and cause creepy things to come out. And
Lovely. Hey, so guys, cultists and maybe portals and maybe nasty things, but old history, not sure.
Yeah, I mean, they've been telling those stories for for a while out here.
Yep.
I don't know if any of that's... Don't know how much of it to pay attention to.
I don't know. There's always a kernel of truth in every urban legend out there.
As a meta game thing, did Cole tell anybody else about the story about the forest taking care of the last mutineer?
Oh yeah.
I think that, yeah, as a meta thing, that's true. We didn't play that out. I think that I think Cole probably would have mentioned that a mutineer got hanged in the forest.
But probably
But
not any more details than that.
He
Okay.
probably didn't give the
Yeah.
details that the forest did it.
Yeah, right.
because
All right.
he's not sure he's not sure he believes that's what happened. But
I will pretend not to have heard that then.
he'll probably, yeah. It depends on if anyone asks, but any more details. But that's
Yeah.
that was the briefing that he gave on it.
Sounds good.
Lasness is skeptical of any tree sentience anyway. She's all about the sparkly rocks.
all right, so you make your way to the edge, the border between the marsh and the woods. Any last minute preparations before you trek in?
Just cross-checking my just for information that I don't know if I will have in a minute or not. But we'll see. I can't think of anything.
Okay. Are we ready to take our break before we head into the creepy woods?
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Yeah, that's
Sure. Absolutely. All right, folks, then that means that we are going to be going on break for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get. Do I have the interview in there? Yes, I do. Okay, good. Excellent. We will. There will be an interview while we go on break for you to look at, should you so desire. We'll be back in a few minutes. See you shortly. Welcome to the break. I have Dot here with me today to talk about all manner of things going on her channel. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I am very pleased to have you here because you do a lot of wonderful things. And I just wanted to sort of take a quick peek and see sort of what it is that you have on the docket currently. So tell us about the things. What are happening on your
yes.
channel?
The things that are happening. Well, currently I am actually, I'm about to open up. I mean, I don't know when this is actually landing because this will be what everybody's in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's
Okay.
at some point.
All
in the
you
future
future
sometime
people are
within
just
the
going to have
next
to do a little
month.
digging for
Yeah.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
But I am changing the way that I do my Sunday Fun Days. So on the Dot Lot, we host a community game day once a month called Sunday Fun Days. And we run 2 3-hour one shots. And usually I GM them both. They're in different systems. And it just gives the community a chance to get on the channel and game and commune together. Because of my extreme new work life and these trying times, I decided to actually open up the morning slot to other people to GM. So now the community can bring their games as well, and I'm there to play, or they can bring their friends in or whatever. So there's an opportunity, and that's open for sign up. I'm afraid I'm going to have a lot of entries, so it's going to take a couple months to get through it, or I may just do some Sunday fun days where all of you run the games and I don't run any games at all. It is a community show. So I'm still kind of figuring it out, but it's this really cool new thing happening on my channel, which I'm kind of excited about.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so since the beginning of the year, I've been running a lot of Renegade games on the channel. So Renegade puts out Teens in Space and Kids on Bikes, which are probably the two most people know. And so recently I've run quite a few things. There was like a Vikings campaign, an all-female Vikings campaign I ran called Heim that used North Sea epilogues, and we just closed it out and it's over on YouTube. And now I'm running a system near and dear to my heart. From the moment I laid eyes on the book, I fell in proper love. And the game's called Overlight, which is a fantasy RPG game. It uses a dual dice pool system, and it's not set in your Tolkien-style fantasy. There are no elves or dwarves as we know them. There are no dragons. This is a really kind of abstracted fantasy world that is inspired by a lot of 70s psychedelic art and color theory. And it's just a really interesting, deep fantasy lore book, and I'm in love with it.
That sounds awesome.
So that's being run right now on the channel. That's Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. And then, I have a few other channels I like to hang out on pretty regularly and play games. But those are the things kind of happening on my channel right now.
Cool. Awesome. So let's see. I see that recently you had also well, maybe we can talk a little bit about some of the games that you've been having on there. You had. Do you want to talk a little bit more about Heim, since that just?
Just dropped. So Heim was a very short 4 game campaign that I ran. Heim uses, like I said, the North Sea epilogues, which is actually an RPG made by Renegade based on their most popular board game series called the North Sea. The North Sea games, and they're a series of tabletop, or I'm sorry, not tabletop. Well, they are tabletop. They're not tabletop role-playing games, like a board game, basically. It's kind of cool. And so they branched out and they made this really neat D20 system. It only uses a D20, and it reminds me a lot of Cypher and how you set a level and you can do certain things based on your skills to bring the die number that you're trying to reach down. So it's kind of cool. And so that was a very kind of because it was so short, I treated it more like an epic Viking tale. We had a skald in the group, and so it was more, it expands 6 months time as they traveled out of this valley, seeking a new path out of the mountains before another clan was basically going to invade them. So the idea was they had to find a new home and make it to the coast to actually set sail on the North Sea. So it was really neat, and it was very interesting to watch all of them bring that to life, especially an incredible powerhouse group of RP women too. It was just really, really neat. So we had a really good time with that one. I ran a teens in space campaign early in the year, which was kind of fun. It was kind of my techno retro 80s campaign, all neon Xenon Girl, the 21st century style, everything. And so that was a little more heartfelt. We had a lot of teen crushes. There was some spoopy action. It was just really great. That one was also a short run, but it was really fun too. So I've been churning through these Renegade games. I told you I'm playing Overlight now, but after that lined up, I believe I've got their zombie survival game called Outbreak Undead. That I've been looking forward to cracking open, and really, I would say it's probably one of the more mechanic heavy games that I'll run on the channel, but it's pretty neat. There's a DNA bar, so if you become infected, there's a period of time before you turn. You can color it in. It's just there are some really neat things about it, and so I've been trying to figure out what setting I want to put it in. And there's a part of me that really wants to set it in the Russian tundra, just snow, and they're having to cross, and it's gonna be set in the middle of the 80s. They're gonna basically exit a bunker to find that it's happened.
That's a great idea. I love that.
This military group, and they're gonna have to go through the Russian tundra, and this is just rigid survival game. I'm very excited. That one's also going to be kind of short, but I'm excited to jump into that. So that'll be next up later this summer.
That is so cool. Well, I'm looking forward to that, definitely. That is awesome. Just the idea of, I mean, because I liked remember going and seeing like 30 Days of Night, that thing, and then I actually had I had a short campaign I did on this channel of it was Tremulous. It was the PBTA Cthulhu type stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Was set on the Russian tundra.
Yeah.
That was set up, so it was a very neat thing to play with, and so I'm very pleased that to see more of that sort of thing coming out. So that's gonna be very cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I've been stretching this year. What I'm trying to bring to my channel. I mean, I play in a lot of other places, so a lot of my time goes to other games because, like, I actually found as much as I love to GM, I also really love to be a player. Like, I love to be a player. And so, like, any chance that I get to really be a player, like, the VTM campaign that I do every Saturday over on Roll4, we're like 60 plus episodes into this VTM campaign. You know what I'm saying? And like 4 hours an episode, dude. Like, I've dedicated a piece of my life to this campaign, and I love it. I love that campaign. And so I don't want to give up those opportunities. So I found this really nice balance with always running like one campaign on my channel at the moment, and then supporting kind of the Sunday Fun Day community games. And those seem to work out really nicely while I give efforts to other people in the community.
Brilliant. Well, that is awesome. And now if folks are looking around online to try to find your stuff, where should they go?
You can find me online as Little Red Dot. I have technically a Facebook page if you're into that. Definitely catch me on Twitter a lot more. And I do have an Instagram as well, and you can find me at little_red_dot.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming and talking to us. I am now going to throw things back over to me, and so you'll either be going right back to me, or you're going to be going to, more likely, a moving video whilst we're still in the backstage panicking. But sooner or later, we will see you in a bit. Take care. Greetings, humanity. We have returned, and I believe we're heading to the site. Are we not?
Yeah. So, you park the vehicle. And what is your meeting order? Who's leaving this wreck?
Fritz is probably going to stay well to the back for two reasons. One, Fritz will be able to sort of try to be a little stealthy, so if anything jumps the party from either side, Fritz can stay back and be a little bit of a surprise in that direction. The other primary reason being, if the water's deep, Fritz wants to know it before they step into it.
Kind of leaving the actual swamp area and heading to the woods, so you can pick out some higher ground easy enough. Hop on street routes. And
Excellent.
probably doesn't get all that deep. It's just foggy.
I'm sorry. We had a little trouble hearing you that last point. Did you say it was?
Yeah, it didn't internet up for a minute. But the water is probably not too deep. It's just a little squishy and mucky.
Okay. Cool. I mean, it's my fault that we're here. So if folks want me to go in front, I will go in front.
I kind of just had this sudden image of Rakmara trekking in the front, but holding Lasness up by the scruff of her neck as a human meat shield.
Muted.
She's too heavy.
It's
too
true.
much work.
Otherwise, it is a very solid plan. It's understandable.
Whoever is taking the lead, please make a survival check.
Oh crap!
I don't mind taking lead, if everyone's okay with that.
Narita's had that ale, so she's not.
Oh, that's right. I had something. I'm not sure what it was.
It's a night for nines.
Right. And which direction do you think you're heading?
Oh my god.
I think I'm heading west.
Least.
I feel kind of bad because survival is actually one of my proficiencies.
I'm just sort of curious. I was kind of curious, but I didn't want to assume that was your bailiwick.
Rakmara, would you like to assist Lasness as she sort of veers off toward the edge of the wood towards farmland?
Sure. Got a 15.
You're able to steer her in a more northwesterly direction instead of east, back the way you just came from.
He does so using the his sun staff as a bit of a prod, giving her a bit of a whack on the shoulder if she's going in the wrong direction.
Everybody else can make a survival check as well.
Oh dear.
Well,
17.
I don't think I reassembled this dice tower correctly.
Oh no, what happened?
It's
I got a
only
number.
making natural 20s.
I got a number I got that number that's between 6 and 8.
Okay. Well, fortunately for you, the majority seems to have an idea of where they're going. And Rekra is going to point out the shriekers.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The
Shriekers.
You point out some plants that that if you disturb them, they scream.
Oh.
And so you're able to sort of steer the party around so they don't alert any unwanted.
Watch your clumsy stepping, everybody.
Well, can the shriekers be not frightened but still approached?
I would highly advise against it.
But sentient plants. Okay.
Huh. Oh, there are a bunch of... Oh, there's sentient plants. Oh, yeah, there might be some sentient plants in here.
Sentient plants?
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Sentient plants?
I guess we put that in the same category as the portals opening and cultists and what else? Some strange water things. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's that sort of source. I mean, that's kind of where they had the sort of the story comes in for that. I'm kind of counting on the kernel of truth still having the hanging in it, but.
Okay, wait a minute. So living plant or sentient plants and the hanging are somehow connected?
Wait.
Yeah,
I can accept carbon-based life. I can accept water-based life. I can accept mineral-based life. But you're telling me chlorophyll isn't like midichlorians. It's real.
The hell are midichlorians?
I have no idea what those are, but I mean, they're all. I don't know if it's chlorophyll or what. I mean, there are all kinds of species in the galaxy. You know that.
I don't know. This one kind of takes the cake for me.
And they hung somebody or hanged somebody?
Well, yeah, there was like it was like there was a ship. There was stuff went awry, and there, you know, this one of their crewmen got that sort of escaped from them, got loose into this place, and they were getting after them, and apparently, I think it was like the story is that the forest hanged the crewman.
The forest hanged the crewman.
Yeah.
Sounds poetic.
You know,
sentient plants.
Based on the fact that there's something wrong with the water here, I wouldn't be surprised if all of this stuff were true.
That is a very good point.
Oh, so we're talking about magically augmented sentience.
Probably evolutionarily augmented sentience, but we can nitpick later.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a biologist.
Well, we could check with the SS Spiegel. I believe they have a famous evolutionary scientist on them.
Sparwin? Yeah, he hasn't been around in a while.
Ah, really?
He was
Not
spending
here.
a lot of time doing some research on some space turtles.
The Galapagos Nebula.
I was going to say the Galapagos, but who knows?
They do like world turtles.
Help! Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, Alyssa, you broke up there when you said something. I didn't quite catch it.
There are somewhere in the far reaches of the galaxy. There are allegedly gigantic turtles with entire worlds on their backs.
Oh, turtles all the way down.
Yeah.
Very cool. Probably not the same turtles of the Galapagos, though.
No, probably not.
Anyway, long story short, when you said that, I was worried because if they're sentient vegetation that can hang a person, this might be something for us to be a little worried about.
You know, Space Scouts once said you just need to keep your hand at the level of your eye.
Did that count
For-
when everything was your height? Did it count for my height?
It's a one size fits all.
I mean, yeah, it's harder to get a noose around your neck if you're like this.
I feel like if a tree really wants to hurt you, the tree's gonna make it happen.
All right, one more thing to watch out for. Got it.
But because everything here feels wrong, kind of like it did on Chiron, I'm gonna say I don't think there are brainworms based on the fact that no one else has mentioned brainworms, but I'm a little nervous. Avoid the brainworms.
Always avoid the brain worms and the traps.
The traps.
You notice Fritz through this conversation has pulled out a set of wired gauntlets and slipped them on in the process of worrying about everything else that's going on here.
Answer your question about whether you can approach the guy. Has did everybody so they stay at least feet away from them, and from this distance they take ordinary mushrooms.
I caught 1/3 of that.
I think you said we have to stay X number of feet away,
Yeah.
6
and when we
feet.
stand that far away, they look like ordinary mushrooms.
Yeah, 30 feet.
30. Oh my gosh.
Rick Moran says 30.
30 what?
30 feet, I think.
Okay, so that was much further away than Narita was gonna be. Okay,
Not
so-
even letting it go.
Okay. So 30 feet away so they don't know that you're there and they won't shriek and alert everybody in the woods.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Don't disrespect the trees. Watch out for brainworms.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah. No need to disrespect them. We just want to hack a limb off.
Is that gonna go well? Do you think the tree's gonna like that? We'll figure it out when we get there.
All right.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask if we were all still wearing spacesuits / life suits.
Are you?
Fritz certainly is.
Yeah, Lasness was planning on it once she heard swamp.
Rita is always in the suit.
Might be a chance she gets out of the suit today.
I wasn't in the bar, but if it turns out that they were brought along, then I'll probably have put one on before going into the swamp.
Sure. All right. So eventually you are able to find humanoid tracks in muck.
I'm sorry, we find humanoid tracks?
Mm-hmm. That like forest thins out a bit, and you see to kind of a little thing in the woods, and at this clearing is a tree. It's a large, misshapen vine tree, and ichor oozing from the trunk like sap. It might not sap, and from a human husk hanging, which is
That seems to be a significant tree. And not only does it appear to have a branch that someone had once been hanged on, it seems that said hanging is still around.
Oh.
Indeed. So Rekmara is going to raise his sun staff and shoot the base of the branch that the husk is hanging from. Unceremoniously.
It's like Cola's going in his pack for the climbing gear he just got, and he's like, wait, what?
Impetuously, I believe.
all right.
Do I have to roll to hit this?
You still have to roll it, but it's probably gonna be pretty easy.
Might be more a targeting roll than anything.
Yeah, I hit a 19.
Yeah.
The tree dodges.
Might.
Speaking of dodge, Narita's just like, what did we talk about respecting the trees? And decides to use this moment to do expeditious retreat and moves. Very well.
Favorite move. All-time favorite move.
It still does seem like we're respecting the trees.
All right. So the tree itself dodge. So yeah.
Tree what?
The tree doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
But
you hit the tree, so you clear damage.
Oh, 6 plus 5, 11.
Are you trying to this branch?
Yeah, I'm just trying to shoot the branch off.
Okay. So the branch snap, and the corpse drops free of the vines and starts shambling toward the.
I'm sorry, the
Toward
corpse.
what now?
yeah, you broke up just as it was getting interesting.
The start shambling part.
Okay. I have heard
Still
the
only
word.
get like-
I'm hearing the word shambling.
Shambling
Should I
toward.
try to read or
Maybe.
yeah.
Oh, you want to try reconnecting? Doing it like that way? Yeah.
just to see if that helps.
Yeah, let's go ahead and if you want, I'll go ahead and throw us to break. Do you want to? Let's throw us to break for just a moment. I'm going to throw us to break
Yeah.
so that we can see if we can fix the incoming transmission situation. From so apparently, we're very far away from the station right now. So we need to see if we can get reconnected. So we will be back in just a moment as we try to sort this out. See you in just a little bit. Hi. Hi. How's it going, folks? Unfortunately, it appears as though our station master has been attacked by the internet demons, so unfortunately, we are going to as it is rather critical that we hear what is going on in order to be able to respond to it. Then we're gonna go ahead and bookmark it here. And then come back on Sunday, our regular time, to find out what the hell is shambling at us. Because I'm very excited to know. I need to know what's happening so that I can draw a pistol and fire at it. That's really that's all I ever do. So we're going to go ahead and do some outros at this point. So that until next time we can sort of see what goes on. So normally we start with our station master, Alyssa. You may, if you wish, attempt to do an outro, or you can also send me anything you would like me to send a link, but do as far as links go. Aside from our standard, this is this one. So do you want to take a shot at? Do you want to take a stab at an outro?
Try. My name is Alyssa. You can find me Origami Shuriken Twitter, and you can find me here on Sundays at afternoon counter role play at the wall at 3 p.m.
Alyssa appears on Encounter Roleplay on Monday afternoons at 3 p.m. in a Game of Thrones campaign called The Wall. It's very entertaining. I've seen it. It just started, so you can feel free to dive in there. Was there anything else that you wanted to let the folks know? All right, so please go forth and check out that media. And in the meantime, we shall we shall make burnt offerings to the Zoom deities to hope that all is well. Let us now head over to Mem.
Hello everyone, I'm Mem. You can find me on Twitter sometimes. You can find me on Twitch sometimes as well. Mostly here on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is the right time. Okay, great. My favorite moment of the night was trying to understand Alyssa. And not working. And feeling like if I got closer to the screen, I could hear better.
How this works, right?
I kept doing it. I was like, that doesn't work. And then I kept doing it anyways. Like, I feel helpless. Let me try. I like the Wednesday night. I'll be happy back to Sundays.
Awesome. And now over to May.
Hi everybody, my name is May. I do have a Twitter, but there isn't much on it. It's best just to find me here on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. All I have is love for each and every single one of my teammates and my dear station master for putting up with all my bull and smiling about it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you all so much. And now over to Cazimi.
Hi, folks. I'm Cazimi. I exist here when this game exists, when we actually play, based on whatever the Zoom gods and internet gods tell us happens on any given week. With luck, I will see you all again on Sunday, back here. And I'm going to totally date myself by saying at one point there, Alyssa, you were looking like Max Headroom. And it was it was classic. It was like the sound, the look, the stutter. Yeah, nice throwback there. Could not understand you. So hopefully things get better.
I understood that reference. I miss Max Headroom. Awesome. And finally, Anino.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Anino. You can find me on Twitter at Anino Gaming. I really enjoyed Lastness's overstating of her piloting skills.
That was good.
That's totally not going to get us killed someday. Apparently, it's Anino week on the Other Doc channel because I will be back tomorrow night for the Sprawl, which is fun. I get to play the human driver version of Rekmara, so that should be great. And then Saturday I will be here, I think, for Invisible Sun, where we left off the group on a train or something like that. I don't know. And then back again on Sunday for wonderful and totally legit professional stream of Dark Matter.
Yes. Yes, indeed. We will very much be looking forward to that in the hopes that, okay, apparently it could be the thunderstorms, actually. Could have something to do with it. We do what we gotta. And that comes back to me. Yes, I did. I heartily enjoyed this session tonight, and just the information gathering and the going forth. The bar was very nice, and actually I think my favorite moment was that bit where we suddenly got celebrity news. That was delightful. Near the beginning, that was very cool. I need to go back. Need to go back and clip that probably. But let's see. Who am I and what am I doing? I'm Jim. This is my channel, such as it is. I am Other Doc on both Twitch and Twitter. Also, well, yes, as always, thank you to Jade Nebula for this delightful art that we have, that you see of our peoples, of our personages. But as for me, you can find me at Other Doc on Twitch and Twitter. My website is jimyesthatjim.com, where you can find my Geek Observation podcast and links to my various other podcasts, audio dramas, writings, and such. I have links down below to my website, Twitter, YouTube channel, and some fiction and games I've been working on, along with links to game signups and applications to join our Discord. So tomorrow, I'm going to be in the afternoon at over on Encounter Roleplay, where we are premiering a short campaign of Deadlands Noir that I will be running. Dreams of Dust. It is my own sort of take on Deadlands Noir, where I re-inject a little bit more of the Western flavor, and I do it as more of a Western noir than straight noir. It's set out in the Dust Bowl region in the mid-1930s, and all manner of horrors exist out there. And so I'm going to be very much looking forward to getting that campaign started. The characters are all part of a traveling carnival, and so I just sort of want to see how things go. Of course, tomorrow night back over here, you can see The Sprawl, run by guest MC Brian. We set up our mission last time, and we're going to do our mission tomorrow night, and as we try to get to a thing that's underwater. And we're sort of trying to figure that out. Let's see. On Saturday, we have Invisible Sun. On Sunday afternoons, we do one-shots here. The one-shot this coming Sunday afternoon is One Last Fight, which is a Descended from the Queen game that also uses a certain amount of die rolling. It's about a group of fantasy characters that are going up one last time against their nemesis, which I think is going to be fun to explore. Then, of course, Sunday night we will have more Dark Matter, where we will hopefully the thing, whatever it is that is attempting to attack us, will unfreeze and continue shambling at us. I will be delighted to see that. Then, of course, on Monday nights, I am over on Salty Sweet Games, playing in another D&D 5e campaign, Strange Invasion: Assault on the Barrier Peaks, which is a lot of fun because I am playing an Angry Dirt Wizard, and that's all of those things. Sign-ups right now are open for a few things. Right now, sign-ups are open for a one-shot of Paranoia that I'm going to be running later in the month. At the end of the month, actually, the very tail end. And so basically, yes, if you have ever wanted the computer to be your friend, go and sign up, and we'll see. And signups are also open for for next month's short campaign, which is going to be Casket Land. That is a Powered by the Apocalypse game that is an occult western set sort of in the end days in a little town surrounded by monsters, and I was just very interested in seeing how that goes. So if anyone wants to sign up for any of those things, you go down to click on RPG sign up, or go to jimyesthatjim.com and click on game sign up. As always, beginners are more than welcome. So let's see, when we hit the end card, I was so terribly distracted I wasn't thinking about who we would raid. Let's see, Dot is streaming, I think. Let's see. Well, there's a commercial right now, but it looks like probably still streaming. Dot, who you saw the interview for, so let's go ahead and raid her. So we're going to go over and say hi. Feel free to hang on if you are so inclined and say hi to her with us. That will be, again, when we hit the end card. In the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you Sunday. Farewell.
Happy internet, everybody.
Happy internet, one and all.